has not made noise in like 400 days. Don't scratch the billet valve covers.
That hurt.
Don't run your hair over. So this is a pretty monumental video here. This is on a new GoPro for the first time in channel history. And we're gonna show you how to do some cool stuff for not a lot of money. Polished, not polished. Wow. And it's that easy. Is you just stick the bolt in the drill, like a drill bit, and you run it into the polish there. We're gonna do that to all of these high ram lid bolts here. We got stainless hardware for basically everything on the front of the engine that you can see, and we want to take them over on a lathe and do some cool stuff with them over there too. Keep you updated on that also. Getting this all put together so we can put it in there and plug the injectors in and everything. Look at those socks.
Wait for it. Ka-chow!
Epic. If you're a grown-ass man, would you wear those socks, yes or no? Leave a comment.
Yeah.
I hope so, because I have some too. So, Logan, what have you learned about tightening spark plugs?
Don't over-tighten it.
Seem pretty straightforward.
Oh, that new one's cool.
The new GoPro?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the screen.
It scared me when I saw my face.
As far as getting those gasket seat ones done, I showed her on one of them that you kind of encounter a level of resistance that'll keep going and stay the same, and then it'll get hard after that, and then you just go a little more, and then it's good.
I did it.
You did it. Now we want to put the other ones in.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you can thread them in also.
Okay.
How do you like your new heated jacket?
It's nice.
Real nice or just kind of nice?
Very nice.
I'm still looking at those socks. I feel like we need to get our own socks made.
I agree.
Who would?
I want suck and then it.
Suck at socks? That would be cool. Tightening the coil brackets.
Yeah, and the stupid wires keep digging my way.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Don't run your hair over.
I'm trying not to. This sucks. Crusty shit keeps falling in my face.
Do you understand why I had an existential crisis and laid on the floor and just bitched about this thing for like 10 minutes before we came in here now?
Yeah, but you didn't get crusty shit in your eye because you're not under it.
Well, I know that I would because I've done this a bazillion times and I hate...
Shut up! I'm not doing it.
I just want you to understand a little bit about where I was coming from.
Happy New Year's, BB. I'm so glad we're having so much fun.
Happy New Year's, everybody. Coil extensions reloomed. They go down and around and to there.
Can you get this from here? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Cool. I am not left-handed, and that was really hard for me to do.
Where is it?
It's right here. Here, I'll put it on there.
Yeah.
That's so much better.
Teamwork.
I'm not left-handed, so every time I go to crank it, it would like fall off, and it was pissing me off.
Well, that's how you get better doing stuff left-handed.
I tried.
Now we got to put the O-rings in here. That's kind of the last thing we got to do. And what's nice is, I think the right word for this is like dovetailed. These channels are dovetailed. Machinist guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's whenever these are kind of machined, basically like out and then back in. So the O-ring will go in here and then it won't fall out. It's like held captive, which is pretty neat. So we just got to put all these in here. And Logan polished up all the bolts. Just go to your local hardware place and get stainless hardware in the places that you can see and polish them up. And if you have a lathe accessible to you, or you could find a local machine guy to do it for you as a side job or something, your buddy's got a lathe or whatever, give him some money to go do what we're about to go do to these bolts. I say about to go do, we're going to do it tomorrow, probably. Do you think Rob will be in there working tomorrow?
Absolutely.
I'm sure he will.
Every day.
It's New Year's Day tomorrow, but he's probably going to be in there working too, because much like...
He's always working.
But yeah, we're all the same breed. I don't know if you've noticed that yet. I'm not as much of a straggler out in these parts as I guess I was in like Texas world.
DFW.
Yeah. Here in Mooresville, everybody works on cars year round, on holidays. Doesn't matter. Christmas Day, there were people in here doing stuff. Like, did you notice that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we like it. Also, we have to put the wiener on here. Remember the hose that goes from this to that block over there? Yeah, because we will not be able to get to this if we don't do that first.
Where is it?
I don't know. This is like one of those things that's really satisfying to do.
Do you want help?
You want to try it? Okay, put it in. Here's the part number for this, by the way, just in case anybody was going to ask me.
Oh, did I not do a good enough job? You gotta check it. Make sure I wasn't too stupid to put it in.
No, I just like touching it.
I like touching it.
We're going to put this thing on now. Oh, I'll get censored for that.
I'm the only one allowed to do that
Yeah,
because I don't have one.
Apparently that's okay if you're a girl, but if you're a dude, they'll freaking... Literally, video got demonetized once because I pretended that, like, transmission was, like, you know... Anyway, this is always fun.
The pretty pink stool, though. That wasn't so bad.
No.
That looks good. The black with the black.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's much better.
I wish somebody made a billet high-ram lid that wasn't this one. I don't know. I always just wanted it to be just bolt on a billet lid that's shaped a little bit differently. That would look cool. But nobody has done that yet. Now the fun part happens where we get to fish all the injector plugs through the, like, between the runners and plug them in. Are you ready? I might need your tiny fingers for that.
Okay.
Let's do it. Really not too bad. This was harder before. I don't know. I feel like... I'm not sure. Well, my hands are too big. That's why she's doing the ones on that side. But they go around the back of the runner so you can't really see them. Yes. And then when they're all in, you turn them all. Stuff that back in there so you can't see all the wires. Boom. Then that is that. That's all you'll see.
I'm sitting on the battery.
It's okay.
Excess power batteries are strong.
What was that?
Excess power batteries are so strong, they can withhold my fat ass.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how done are you with this right now?
I'm over it. I want to go drink wine and eat food.
Today, just kind of went hard on putting stuff together. Just menial, stupid stuff that really has no reason to be talked about. It would bore you guys. But I'll give a quick recap of what we did here. Put the alternator on. I had to shave a little bit more off of the side of it to not hit the throttle, because you don't want this to catch wide open when you have 2,000 horsepower. That's a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, I hooked up the rest of the intake manifold stuff, like the little hose that goes to the distribution block back there. I connected the breather lines, back of the valve covers that go to the catch cans on the rocker. Put all spark plugs in, plug wires on. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I would drag my feet to be like, this greasy mess. Oh, you freaking piece of crap. I'm tired of messing with this tire. Look at the same dirt all the time. Well, remove the dirt, put some new stuff on. Now it's better than it was before. It's better. Those heads are significantly better than the old ones. A lot. Those ports are way bigger. I mean, it's the same camshaft and the same everything else, but the heads flow more, so it's gonna be a little bit different. Put the new O2 sensors in there, because I think the old ones were starting to read funny. It had been, these have been in there since day one, and they used to read pretty much dead nuts even on the double thing, DLG thing, but over time they would start to get different. I don't know if that was from exhaust leaks or miscalibration or what, but I figured after sitting for a year, especially being towed across the country through the rain and everything, these probably are, good to change. So we went ahead and changed those. which I should have done before I put the intake manifold on, because one of the connectors is behind there, and that's why my hand is so beat up, because I had to, like, it was just not a good time. When this thing first rolls out of here under its own power, I don't want it to be on those factory wheels. I want it to be on the welds. Which means we could give them a fresh polish job with that white diamond stuff.
Oh, great. So that's my job, right?
Do you want it to be your job?
Well, was that what you were suggesting?
I
'Cause
think
I feel like that was.
Yeah. A little bit.
You're so good at cleaning stuff for me. You want to clean it?
Polishing is a skill. Do you guys think polishing is a skill?
Well, I like shiny things, so I'm good at making things shiny.
Exactly. There you go. She loves the polished things, and I'm thinking, you know what? Here's the, because you can take the power cone on there and just go, and it'll look so good. You are not even prepared for how epic this is going to be. Oh, and drained all the old ethanol out of there because it was still had E85 in it from somewhere in Austin, Texas. Fuel lines were wide open for a year, so they're just pulling moisture in because E85 absorbs ambient moisture. So if it's not sealed, it'll kind of turn to crap. But if it's sealed, you're typically okay. After we leave the gym tomorrow, we'll head to the closest sheets and get some E85 to put in there.
Yay!
And yes, we go to the gym basically every day. Does anybody else do that? We're kind of like curious if there's any crossover. Leave a comment if you're a gym person too. You know what time it is?
Turbo time.
It's turbo time. No. Well, yeah. But before that, it's header time. With the original header bolts, all 12 of them, still have them. The ones that came from the factory in this thing are now being used to hold these on. Little tech tip. Okay, we're just charging up the battery. It's still held charged. When did we charge this thing? Like 2 months ago, 3 months ago?
Yeah.
And it's still, that's the original battery from 2018. For header gaskets on turbo stuff, you want to use these multi-layer steel ones because they don't leak. Like, they are much less prone to leaking than the regular squishy kind of aluminum-ish graphite ones. I don't know, you know what I mean? Use multi-layer steel ones. Just do it. That's what we're using here. And nice, this box is all soggy because the roof leaks and we left it on the table. That's okay. Before we put those in, let's put the coolant temp sensor in the head because I forgot to do that.
Good job.
Ask me how thrilled I am right now.
I can see it on your face.
So, the coolant temp sensor plug doesn't quite reach the coolant temp sensor. So I have to pull all of this back through and somehow get it under the other side of the fuel return line, which is now buried under the intake manifold. Yay. We're just going to leave the alternator off until we get the rest of that on there because it sucks and it hates us. So, hang on to these. Start them off with 2 first. Actually, when we put this in, it may not allow you to stay sitting in there, but we'll find out.
I feel like I can fit still. Oh, getting out though might be a bitch. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Let me out.
We tried. Oh, that's handy. These gaskets have little tabs on that kind of hold on to the threads of the bolt so they don't just fall out on your face when you try to put it in. Now I can't see a thing. Oh, sounds like one fell out.
3, 2, go.
Whew. What are you doing? It's ruined. Don't scratch the billet valve covers. Oh yeah, didn't we deduct these header bolts? Yeah, we're gonna have to trim all of these. Oh, damn it. Remember when we test fit the headers and they didn't?
Yeah.
Why would LS7 heads have different length header bolt holes than LS3 heads? That's ridiculous. But I'm really not surprised.
It's okay, we can trim those ones down and put them in and then trade off. So those don't have to come back out.
See, I didn't even teach her that. She just knew. If you didn't gather that, she's saying we leave those ones in there, leave the headers on, trim the rest of them, put those in, and then take the other ones out, trim those, put them back in. That way we never have to finagle the header again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just trim the little nubs off, but kept the tapered part on there, and they seem to work. And just use the paper towel to kind of hold it in the socket, and then go to clean up the edges a little bit. I know they make a tool for this. People say go buy one of those on every time we do something like this, and we need to. But if you don't have one, this will work.
Yep.
So we're gonna switch out these ones with the ones in the head already, and then we'll cut the rest of them, get this thing on the road. We did want to start this thing with open headers, but quickly remembered why that's never been done before, because the turbo oil feed lines would spray oil freaking everywhere. So we got to put the turbos on. Do you know what time it is?
Turbo time.
What was that?
It's turbo time, damn it.
You gotta say it like Arnold.
I can't.
It's turbo time. I'm about to be turbo man here. Let's go. They leave the oil drains connected to them because you have to tighten them with the housing off. It's kind of a pain in the butt, so it stays together. Okay, we're getting this thing on here. It's perfectly just like that. I'm gonna have to be persuaded a little bit. Nice. Since everything is shifted a little bit, we're gonna have to take the bumper off to loosen the clamps for the pipes up here, get them all interlocked, and then progressively work through and tighten them.
Do you need help?
Oh, I got it.
You're so strong.
It's not very heavy.
I know. I was being funny.
I'm gonna unplug the fog lights. Got all the front on, figured we could just put it together with it off, and we'll be cleaning things once it gets back together. So I'll start putting the wastegates on. Logan's digging for the preliminary downpipes, the first part of them. They should all be in there, but yeah, that's the, yeah, we're looking for the smaller C-shaped ones that are heavier. Yeah, those are the stainless ones. Oh, thank you. Put it over there. We'll need it. Yeah, that is the passenger side downpipe, the new one. The negative battery terminal on this thing has always been a pain in the butt. Just get in your home. Everything's ready for the first test fire. Now we don't have the radiator in or anything like that, or the downpipes, because we're still gonna like clean up and, you know, bundle things up, get them out of the way. But at least like this, we can see if it'll start. See if we did anything wrong, check for fuel leaks, things like that. You can check for fuel leaks, see if the fuel pump actually comes on. On throttle position works. We gotta take the plastic off the O2 sensors or it'll melt them. Oops. I've been over there doing stuff before and had someone else in the truck like messing with the computer, and it would do the heater thing and bump my arm and burn me. I was like, God, stop it. Try to do stuff. Can you just check the fuel pressure gauge and see if it has fuel pressure whenever we prime it?
Yeah, it moved.
Did it stay up?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Anything leaking?
I don't see anything.
I don't either. We ready to try it?
I guess so.
No idea what's gonna happen. It has not made noise in like 400 days. Long time. I'm a little bit nervous for you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens. Count to 3. I'll do it on 3.
1, 2, 3. That didn't sound
coils is backwards.
Cool. There's some very pissed off dogs.
Yeah. That popping sounds like some spark plug is not where it's supposed to be.
Does that mean I want to take everything off?
No.
Okay, good.
Not the spark plug, but like the wire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which side do you think it was coming out of? The popping? Was that side?
I think so.
Okay, we'll check that one first. All the plug wires are going to the right plugs. It did something like this the very first time we ever tried to fire it, where the coil, like the wires going to the coils were not the proper coils. We had to flip-flop them around, but I never unplugged the coils when we took them out. What happened the first time was I had the coils numbered like 2, 4, 6, 8, but they were backwards. They went 8, 4, 6, like 2, 4, 6, 8 from front to back instead of back to front, so we had to flip them around.
Yeah, left side.
Passenger side?
Yeah, passenger side. My bad. Why are you still trying it?
Because the more I listen to it, the more I can gather what's going on. It sounds like it's got dead holes.
Okay. Do you have a conclusion?
My conclusion is I am thinking maybe when I washed those coils that it messed a couple of them up. I thought that I put it back together right, because when I remember I labeled those coils before I took them apart, and I thought in my head that the numbers on them were incorrect for what their corresponding cylinder was, so I put them backwards. Well, if you look at this factory rail, you can see, so for example, this one would be like 2, 4, 6, 8 if it were on an engine. How this harness is the same as one under there, so it should be the same. All these have different color wires, like it's pink, red, brown, black, and then you got pink, green, brown, black, and then pink, blue, brown, black, and then pink, purple, brown, black. I went under there and looked at it. 2 was 8 and 8 was 2. They were backwards.
Oh, okay.
So I moved the plug wires. Instead of going 8, 4, 6, 2, I went 2, 4, 6, 8, just like it's labeled under there. We'll see if that works. I don't know why it wouldn't, because I looked at both of those coils. They came from the same engine. These little sub harnesses are both the same. They both have, the brackets are identical, and if you hold them like this, the pink, red, brown, black is in the front of both of them. So, and they correspond to the correct way on the other side, so we'll see.
So you're using the Pennsylvania one, and that was the old one that just came off of it?
I didn't actually take anything off, I just moved wires around.
Oh, okay.
I used this for reference to see where the wires go to the coil per cylinder that they're firing.
Oh, I thought that it got wet, so it needed to be changed.
Well, if it still doesn't work, or it sounds worse, then we learned something. I'm just trying this first because I think this is what's going on.
Does it not, like, potentially damage things?
To get it wet? Or to make it pop like that?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
It'll just, I mean, it would if you try to drive it like that, but... We did it! I said, if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, at Stapleton42, I made a post today and said we will not post a video in 2022 until the Escalade makes noise. Well, here you freaking go. First video of 2022. The Escalade is alive again. It's the first video on the new GoPro. It's gonna be the first of the fleet to drive itself out of our new building. We're ready to go. Someone left a comment on that Instagram post. You might have seen this. They said 2021 had butthole fingers. I'm excited for 22.
That was funny.
Like, yeah, I don't know who you are. I forget. If I had my phone, I would credit the guy, but we pay attention and we enjoy funny comments. So leave one. Yeah, find it. It's worthy of it. Because 21 really did have butthole fingers. It was just like misfiring.
2021 can suck it.
Yeah.
Haas Garage. Somebody named Nelson. That's it.
You the man. Previously unknown. You want to show it so they can go follow you? Let's see how many followers you get.
Figure out how to work Instagram. Okay.
There you go. Go follow her. We'll see what happens if you don't fall off the thing first. Okay, so next agenda before we get out of here, we're gonna clean a bunch of stuff. We're gonna put a bunch of stuff back together.
Fix the exhaust.
Yeah, we're gonna fix the exhaust. Yeah, check the brake bolts out, you know, general safety things. And you know, just things like that. What?
Nothing.
Did you fart?
Yeah.
Awesome. And we're gonna fart. We're gonna fart a lot. That's a big part of the agenda here. We're glad you're here and excited for 2022 to not have butthole fingers. We're gonna do it. If you want to support the channel, you can head to StapletonAutoworks.com and find one of the above shirts for sale. Some of these we have in hoodie form too, and like the hat that I'm wearing, and stickers for your toolbox or your dog's cone of shame or anything like that.
This one is very vomit proof. I've put these on all of Ruger's cones after he lost his eye and he was puking on everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Vomit proof. And well, this is still Christmas decoration stuff, but we got these super cool Suck It license plates.
We're so pumped.
How pumped?
I'm so pumped.
You want to tell them what he did?
He peed on my stuff. I left him sitting at my desk like a people, and I come back and he peed on my stuff.
We apologize for the box explosion. We had a lot of stuff to bring back from, you know, holidays and whatnot, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's just a lot. Yeah. Between Christmas and ordering things just to function or get things built out here, we have boxes coming in all the time. And there's just like, it's like a never ending flow of freaking cardboard. Also, fun fact, if you buy a hat that has a box and it has like a package of air pocket in it, that came from something that we ordered, because we don't buy those. We just save them when we get packages in.
Except for the bubble wrap.
Oh, yeah.
We did buy the bubble
We
wrap.
bought our own bubble wrap, but if you see those air cells, it probably came in something we got from Amazon or like Holly or something. So there you go.
Why would we pay for more if we already got it?
Yeah,